Coach, this game was a tale of two halves. What was so different about Miami's first half team versus their second half team today?
I was pretty disappointed with how we came out. I just thought after the week we had last week and the focused and intense practices that we would come out, guns a-blazing and with an incredible effort. And unfortunately, we didn't do that. Just back on our heels, I thought OU's defense was stifling in some ways, and I just thought their ball pressure really prevented us from seeing sometimes the open player, and they really clogged the paint inside with the way they defend, and we just couldn't get that ball movement and pace on the offensive end, and then I thought we that affected our defense, and that was something we talked about that can't happen, but the silver lining is what we looked like in that third and fourth quarter and their fight coming back. And, this team has to go through this, being towards the top. And I think people forget, you just look at the record and look at, it's easy to jump on the bandwagon with some things, but these players are the ones that have to go through it, and our staff and myself included. And, we talked about just a few minutes ago how, we're going to figure out what team we want to be. And we got to find a way to show that grit and toughness despite what the offensive side was looking like. And you could tell we were a little bit just maybe not our normal selves. But the pace we played at in the third and fourth quarter, the inside-outside presence was awesome. And then we had our opportunities down the stretch to execute a little better and, stop them. And, they made a timely three. Erica Johnson was tremendous getting to the rim and drawing some fouls. And I thought just our tweaks at halftime worked to some extent. And then their offense was a little bit better down the stretch.
Now, you fell behind in that first half, as you mentioned, but in the second half, you battled back. You tied the game twice. What does this have to say about the heart of your team, even when they're down by a lot? That you can never count them out.
Yeah, we're going to keep fighting. I thought the second quarter was obviously the problem. Even when there wasn't a ton of flow in that first quarter and we missed some shots, I felt like defensively we were pretty good. A couple little bad breaks on some things, and then that second quarter really changed. I thought we lost our energy. We lost any kind of just focus on our game plan, what we were trying to do, and that was disappointing. Obviously, you score 4 points in a quarter, it's really hard to win the game, and that was really kind of the problem overall. And then obviously third quarter and fourth quarter we came out just free and confident, and the ball was moving, and it's amazing when you do that what happens to your offense. And they got obviously a little tight on our runs as well, and ultimately they ended up settling down towards the end of the game and making some big plays.
You talked going into the locker room, Coach, about the team finding their confidence, seeing the ball go in the basket, which obviously in the second quarter just didn't happen. They came out with that attitude, and that, it wasn't careless, but it was a confident attitude that we didn't even see in that first half. What was the difference? I mean, I'm sure you talked about it at halftime, but the whole team had that confidence.
Yeah, I think they were staying together pretty well in the first and second quarter. We talked a little bit about that when we were on our road swing last week of you can't go 5 different directions, and especially with a veteran group. And I just thought they had to see some success in some ways. And the great thing about it was a little bit of everybody doing that in the third quarter. It wasn't just one person putting the team on their back. It was a combination. It was the versatility of our offense, all the stuff you want your team to look like. And it's just a matter of can we get more possessions and more quarters looking like that than the first and second. But this will be interesting to watch in many different levels and different ways. But now we got to recover and get our legs back and finish up strong. And like I said last week, we're going to Cleveland, and the ultimate goal is you want to be playing your best basketball. And I think that's what we have to kind of figure out. Can we build on that third and fourth quarter, fix a couple things that went wrong, and keep talking about the positivity and the toughness and that grit mentality? Because I think in our league that can separate you. And can you put 4 quarters together like that? So looking forward to celebrating our seniors on Saturday and really finding what we're made of. And these are amazing lessons for all of us. And I'm excited to get back to work late tonight and not sleep much and keep grinding and find a way to improve our team.
Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you.
Lauren, you fell in a tough one today at home against Ohio. Can you take us through some of the ups and downs of the game today?
Well, for starters, in the beginning, we had a rough start, one of our worst starts, really. Just trying to bounce back in that third and fourth. That's how we have to play throughout the whole game, and maybe we wouldn't be in that position. We got to learn how to adapt to how the game is going. We should have adapted way earlier than the second half, but that fight we had in that second half was great. It's what we need, and those people that stepped up big, we need that more in the first half.
What did Coach Duffy tell you at halftime in the locker room to start a fire under all of you?
Breathe. Just take a breath. We that half is over, so let it go. Bounce back, and just we have no pressure on us now. So just fight, keep it one play at a time, and go out there and execute.
Now, the second half, you all looked like a completely different team. You yourself had double figures in the third quarter. What started to click for you all on offense, and then also making those stops on defense?
I think we started to read their defense way better, adapting to how they play, taking what they gave us, executing what we really wanted in the beginning from our game plan, and just hitting shots, really.
So much of the game is middle, Lauren, and in that second half, you could the mentality of the team seemed to change. And I know you yourself just, I don't know if you said, I'm going to do it, I'm just going to develop that attitude. You started taking it to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
How did the team just totally change their attitude going into that second half?
Well, definitely it helped to see the ball go in the basket. Yeah, just a mindset, really. At halftime, we said there's no more pressure. There's no more thinking. Just go out there and play.
Now, taking that second half effort into Saturday's game, what are you going to be building on in order to perform well on senior day in front of your home crowd?
Right. Confidence, execution, patience, and reading the defense.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.